So why do you need a video brand standard? Well, first of all, let me tell you a little bit about what a video brand standard is. Hopefully all marketing people out there are aware that a brand standard would have to do with logos and fonts and colors or photos, anything related to the company brand and how it's supposed to be represented through print or other media. Okay? Well, the same should apply, the same rationale should apply to your video brand standards. So what goes in video brand standards? So first of all, it could be anything from how you want your videos to be shot, how you want your interviews to be set up. You could even go really specific and talk about some video settings that you want them to use, because there are all kinds of color profiles and they all have different looks and feels. So you could get really granular and get that specific. The big thing that clients really need video brand standards for are for graphics. So you need to be aware of what kind of font you want to have, again, what kind of colors, how much of certain colors are there allowed to be used in your video content. How much animation is allowed, because the more quick-paced and fast things are, can say one thing about your company culture, that you're a fast-paced, high-energy company. But if you're not that kind of fast-paced kind of company culture, you might want things that are more understated and more slow. Everything in your video is saying something about your brand, your company, your culture, and who you are. That is why it is so important to take a step back and really be intentional with how your videos look or feel. This is very important if you have a very large company and potentially with offices all over the world. We have quite a few international clients, and they have other offices in other continents, and they're coming back with video content that's not on par with what we are generating here in North America. So there has to be some level of negotiating and some real clarification being done in these video brand standards. And sometimes we do have to get very, very granular so that a shooter over in India can take this, see it, understand it, and try to replicate that as much as possible. And so that's where it really comes into play. The larger the organization or company that you have, I think the more important it is to have video brand standards. And even for a smaller company, this can be important because you are really laying a good foundation. I just think intention, the power of intention and focus is so key. Even if it's just a few things, to put it to paper, say what fonts you need to use. Spend some time thinking about what you like and what you don't like, so that when you do engage with a video vendor, they're not throwing a bunch of things up at the wall and hoping that it sticks. Like, you really want to be communicating the right things with your audience.